everyone, and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I wanted to do a video on a popular YouTuber here named Glitterandlazers, who has quite a large following. I think she's over 1 million subscribers here on YouTube. She's known as a plus-size fitness influencer. She does a lot of traveling, fashion, and a bunch of other different things where she is, I think she's part of the Health at Every Size movement as well, that was big on TikTok, or is still big on TikTok. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I think that's right. But I want to do a video on her today, as I was kind of just curious, as well as some people in the comments, some of my other videos wanted to see a reading on her. So, yeah, so with just a little bit about her, that's kind of, and then, yeah, and then what I know about her is, I have watched a few videos of people like reacting to some of her content. I know she was in a pretty big little scandal with how she was reacting to clothing, I think at Target. So kind of wanted to see what's going on with her. People are like, she's getting canceled apparently, or allegedly, and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of just look at Glitterandlazers, see what I got, and go from there. So just a few housekeeping things. Couple housekeeping things. One, everything that I'm going to be sharing here today is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So everything is stated as an opinion, not a fact. So please don't go leave mean-spirited negative comments. My intention here is to give some context here for Glitterandlazers, aka Anna, her audience, and people just around her, as well, to kind of just let's see what's coming for her, what's some advice, or even like what are things that we as a audience, because I mean, everyone who watches probably a video of anyone is an audience member, and see what we get. So, and how can we best like understand a situation that we for sure aren't getting 100% of the details of. So, what I have here for her today, so I'm going to be using the Druid Tarot deck. They wanted to get used today, so this is like my first tarot deck that I ever purchased. So it has a very sentimental place in my heart. And then I will also be using the Fairy Oracle deck, which is one of my very first Oracle decks that I ever got as well. So also has a very special place in my heart. It can also be just a little intense, but I think we'll get to that. So what I want to do for her today is I want to look at her career. I want to look at like relationships, kind of look at like her next steps on YouTube, maybe health, as I know that like that's something, like she's on a fitness journey, so I would love to be able to be like, hey, how we as an audience being able to bring compassion to a situation, so or just be supportive. So with that, those are just some general things that I have written down of maybe some things that we're going to answer, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, things coming up, other things just may come up, and we'll take them as they do. So, without further ado, let's just take a look at Anna here. And initial impressions that I'm just getting off of her. She has got a very large personality that I think she uses to mask a lot of parts about her that she doesn't particularly like about herself. That's just one thing. Like, just connecting with her energy, it's like I have this big, bright, beautiful, like amazing energy that's like boom in your face, like super like engaging, like it's almost like a giant spotlight, but then like once you like look past that spotlight, you see just someone who's, I think, scared, lonely, tired, and remember, everything I'm hearing saying is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, but just feels sad, scared, lonely, and it's a big projection of who she potentially wishes to be. But that's just like initial impressions I'm getting around Anna. I haven't watched a ton of her content, or know too much about her, just that she's a pretty big personality and she's actually very, very pretty. Um, so yeah, so we'll go from there. Just some general information here around Anna. So, how I actually want to do this, and also when you see these little itty bitty things here, just letting you know, YouTube has a thing against seeing the chesticles of men and female here on YouTube, or genitalia. So, for this deck, I have put little post-its over the things that aren't particularly loud on YouTube. So that's what we got. So just be forewarned. There might be some stuff bobbing out. So what I have here for Anna right away is I want, like, just looking at her in general as a person. So we have kind of like her general energy here with the first card. We have kind of lessons or challenges that she's kind of going through, and then some advice that we have for her, or even just like some general other information. So with the Ace of Cups here, I definitely feel a lack of self-love. Someone who's like, it's a challenge, or feeling not loved, or feeling lonely. When I see the Ace of Cups reversed, it's a really sad energy when it comes to feeling loved or being loved, or loving oneself. It's a little bit of a lower self-esteem, I feel like, for her. And kind of going probably back to, like, even before I pulled cards, that's kind of the energy here. I think the challenge or lesson with this is that, like, I think she feels like she's made it. She has a very successful YouTube channel. She has lots of sponsors. She's making money. She feels like she has like she's sitting at the table. Like, she has a seat at the table. She has all the cups, but it almost feels like, have you ever heard of like the imposter syndrome, or like the fake it till you make it? And it's like we're still in the I'm faking it because I still don't feel like I've made it situation. And it feels like that's what it's like, the energy it feels like right now. It's like I have all these things, I do it, like I'm really successful, like I've done the work, I've done this, but yet it still feels very hollow, very empty, in the accomplishments that she has, because it's like the other aspects of her life she hasn't potentially been as successful. And then over here, then we have like the advice or like kind of general information about it. We have the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is kind of like upright, is all about sitting back, thinking about what's gone wrong and how to like plan your next steps. Here I see it as the advice is take in what you've all done. Like, with it reversed, it's almost like you've done your self-wallowing, you've done it. It's now time to get up off your throne, off your chair, and I think kind of maybe work on the other parts that you aren't happy about. So, like, this Ace of Cups, feel like you don't feel good about yourself, like you feel like you're missing parts, like emotionally. It's almost like like emotionally it feels like hollow. So it's like, okay, if you do, it's time to. You've sat in your corner, you've had your cry, you've had your breakdowns, like, and now it's time to be like, okay, what are the root causes of this? What's going on? How can I move past this? Personally, like me, like this was me 2 years ago, where not maybe even a year ago, where I was like really down on myself. Like, I was like completely and utterly just like, I'm done. Like, I wanted to lay in bed and cry all the time. And like, I was feeling down. I didn't have motivation to do things. I was struggling at work, in my personal life, with my relationships with friends and family. And it's the same advice here. It's like, okay, you've had your cry. You're done. You're tired. Now it's time to, you've kind of figured out like, okay, these are the things that I'm struggling with. Now let me go talk to someone, or let me find the next steps to like start solving those next things. Like, you've made it in your career, you feel like that part, and now it's like, okay, so now you want to get the rest of your life going. Like, you want to feel emotionally satisfied. You want to feel romantically satisfied. You want to feel good in all aspects of your life. Okay, and now it's time to get up and do it. You've had your cry. You've done your moping. It's time to get up and now enact the plan. If this was someone sitting right in front of me, I would say, go find a really nice therapist. Please and thank you. I think she's done BetterHelp before. I would say don't ever do BetterHelp. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Find someone in person that I think actually works really well with you. It can be a struggle. I know this personally. And you find someone that you know that you can talk to and is actually going to dig into the meaty topic discussions that you need to dig into. So, because if you don't, you're going to keep feeling this imposter syndrome. A book that maybe in like 6 months from now that I feel like you could read if you take the steps. If Anna ever watches this, I highly doubt she will. But a really good book I think for her would be The Big Leap, about 6 months into, or even 9 months into, kind of like this self-love journey. And it's really looking at being successful in all aspects of your life, but I think you need to be able to get to the point where you feel stable enough, where if one piece of your life shit hits this fan, that the rest of it isn't gonna fall with it. And that's what I kind of feel like here. It's like it's like a house of cards. One little bump and the like half of the house falls. When in reality you should just be having a brick building. It's like we aren't there yet. So I'm gonna put those off to the side. I also know I can be a little blunt and a little straightforward, but that's my style of reading. So that's kind of just the general energy I have for Anna. So next I want to go into Anna's career. I know on her YouTube she has like over 1 million subscribers, but I was looking at her content just to do like what are her views like, what's going on. Like, she's got short content, she's got video content. I know she just had like the big thing with YouTube and Target, with a Target video that she had where she was being kind of very disrespectful to the Target store and like mannequins and oh yeah. So I want to kind of just look at what's going on here with her career in general. And like, because like I have seen like for 1 million subscribers, she does have kind of low views, in my opinion. So, okay, so we have the Strength card reversed. We have the Fairfilet, which in this case is I will have to look that up really quick. But I'm going to flip this last card, and then we have the Queen of Swords reversed. Give me a really quick second here, and I'm going to go look. I forget the Fairfilet off the top of my head, the Rider-Waite-Smith equivalent. Okay, I'm back. So this is, the Fairfilet is actually Temperance reversed. So there are a few different cards here in the deck, in the Druid deck that has different meanings. This is one of them, but, okay, so looking at her career. So we have the Strength card reversed, we have the Fairfilet, and we have the Queen of Swords. So for her career coming up here, I definitely see I don't think she knows where she's going with it. I think she sees that the content that has worked for her in the past has not isn't working anymore. It's like the trends are changing, the people are changing, everything's kind of moving at the speed of light as the internet does. So I don't think she knows what type of content is working for her anymore. It's like, I keep doing the same content over and over again, and it's like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, like this, that, and the other thing. I think she's also having like an identity crisis a little bit here, when it comes to what she's doing with her channel, as well as just her in her personal life a little bit, where I don't think she's been, where I think it is almost like, where is Anna and where is Glitterandlazers? Because yes, there's an influencer type of thing where influencers are essentially showcasing themselves, and like you have to show, like, the personality is what wins, right? And like there's a lot of people who kind of put on like a character or a mask, and in this case I do feel that like Anna in the past has always, the mask has become the person, or the person has become the mask, and the true Anna hasn't actually shown through, or whoever the true Anna is has been hidden so deep inside that they just, having her come out is jarring and scary, to say the least. Yes. Like, it's jarring and scary, and it's like, I don't want to not be Glitterandlazers. I don't want to not, like, her being Anna and her being Glitterandlazers is not separate. And Glitterandlazers is the preferred version of her that she wants to be, but it's just a mask. Where Anna is the person that she is, but like I was saying before, the fake it till you make it, she's still in that faker mode, and she hasn't truly been able to transform into who she really wants to be, because there's, I think, a lot of challenges that she just, or traumas, or stuff that she just hasn't been addressed in her life. And I'm not going to speculate what that might be. That is not my purview. That is not what I plan on going into. But looking at just her in general, it's like she has a lot of stuff that I think she needs to talk to a licensed therapist in person to really delve into, because I think if she doesn't, she's going to start feeling she already feels like she's lost herself. I don't want her to completely lose all of herself. It's almost like a whirlpool, it feels like. A whirlpool of stuff, of like, you're stuck in the whirlpool and you're trying to pull yourself out, and then all of a sudden it's like you're in the middle and you're going way, way, way down. You can't drag yourself out anymore. So that's where I'm kind of seeing for her in her career a little bit, is that she's having an identity crisis with what she is trying to do and who she's trying to be. And I think a lot of that is tied to this top row of, she's not feeling, it's the fake it till you make it part. And it's like, it's really going into her career. Yeah, let's get some more cards here on her career. I also see her getting really, really, I see her getting combative with her audience. Oh boy. Oh, we have all the post-it notes here today. Okay. I love post-its, don't you? We can't see nice things. Or not nice things, but the naked form of a human body is not allowed on YouTube. So, this is where we're at. So what we have here is, so we have the Star card, we have Serenonus, which is also known as the Devil card, and then we also have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Star card here for her career, I definitely see her kind of losing more of her star power. The Devil here indicates probably going down a path that's not the nicest. So the Devil card in general can look at negativity. It can look at paraphernalia. It can look at illegal substances. It can mean just like toxicity, like toxic people or toxic things. Lots of just generally negativity. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about hard work. So looking at her career, I definitely see her, when I said she's like, I feel like she can get kind of like, if she doesn't kind of figure this out, she's going to get a little bit bitchy, and I think her audience is not going to have any of it. or coming off really strong. I think her audience that she's cultivated has been, the audience that she's cultivated is one that, with the whole fat acceptance movement, that's what some people would call it, or the health at every size movement, is, I've seen it kind of like the health at every size movement that was really popular in the 2019s, and even like early 2020s, like 2020, 2021, is really starting to come down. There's been it's not as popular. It has it has its pitfalls. It has its, the word I'm thinking of, it has its downsides, its negativities. And seeing this kind of with her in the career, I definitely see it as, I see her taking a hit to her career here really soon. I know she just had the Target video where she had stuff, but I see another hit coming to her here, and I think this is all kind of related to that identity crisis of what she's trying to do. And what I'm really hoping for her that she's not going to fall into is the any news is good news camp, which is what a lot of influencers have done with like trolling, and some notable people along those lines is like Trisha Paytas has used this in the past. If you're part of the girl world, as some people would say, Foodie Beauty was a pretty big notorious person who did this in 2021. So yeah, but what? So yeah, I'm just really seeing for her, like I feel like there's another hit coming to her that's gonna really hurt her career, and I think it might actually affect some of her sponsorships. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a tweet or a post or an Instagram thing, but like there's something that's coming in her career that I feel like she's going to say something that is not good and it is not going to be taken well, and it's going to really hurt her career. I know with her last video that she deleted, I think there are more eyes on her now than any other time, other than maybe when she was like at the peak of her career. But I'm definitely seeing more eyes are looking at her content pretty critically. And I wouldn't doubt if there's some old stuff that people are going to start looking into a little bit more. But I do see another hit coming to her career. Oh my. So that was a bunch of stuff coming out. We'll take a look at that. So yeah, 8 of Wands. I think it's coming really soon. And then we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Sun reversed and the 5 of Cups. Yeah, and I think this is all related to her identity crisis. Not just even identity crisis, but it's like what could have been, should have been, had to have been. So yeah, the Sun here, not feeling happy. Queen of Cups. I don't know what sign Anna is, but this could be another female figure. And then with the 5 of Cups here, I'm also seeing a little bit of like wantonness, or like mourning is a really good word for it. Yeah. I'm wondering if she has a video coming out kind of looking at like her past, either like her past videos or her past trips, or even kind of like a compilation video that she's gonna put together, like reacting to all like my old hauls, and like it almost like triggers her a little bit, potentially, question mark, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, where it's like, oh my goodness gracious, like I wonder if she almost like looks at her old videos and is like, I could like, what happened to me? Like I was on, like it's the spiral. It almost feels like a spiral of coulda, shoulda, woulda, and it's kind of like just leading downwards, down, 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 and there's like no way to get out. So yeah, so for Anna, I do see there's something big coming with her career here yet. And I hope she does not go into the any news is good news route, because I feel like that's going to hurt her more than anything, and it's not a good long-term success model on YouTube. If she wants to keep her influencer type of life and continue having influence for an extended period of time, I think she will need to really look into, it's not the good, all good, any news is good. So that's what I'm kind of looking at there for her. So Anna, I would highly recommend don't do that. I see if you start doing that, your numbers will start declining very, very quickly. And there will be a bigger reaction community around you that is going to get more views than you will, and I don't think you'll be happy about that. So, with that, I think we're going to kind of back off from her career here a little bit, unless stuff keeps coming out. But I really want to look at just Anna and relationships, and kind of like, because like we're all excited about relationships. So yeah, we have the High Priest, which is all about marriage, commitment, and people. We have, oh my goodness gracious, we have so much stuff flying out here. So we had the High Priest, we had the Eight of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords reversed, and then we have the Princess of Wands, otherwise known as the Page of Wands. So with this, so High Priest is all about marriage, commitment, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know if she's in a relationship now, or if she's single, but I do see the, like, looking in the whole spread of it, if she is in a committed relationship, or if she's just talking to someone, excuse me here, I see the Eight of Cups walking away, Nine of Swords reversed, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of anxiety, a lot of past regrets, and then the Page of Wands reversed. I feel a really I don't know if she's in a relationship now, or if she's single, or if she was talking to someone behind the scenes that just, and like, I feel like if she's in a relationship, which I don't, if anything, it would be a situationship type of deal here, and I don't think it ended well, if there is one. It was a situation type of deal, and I don't think it ended well, and I think that's kind of still recovering from that. So I'm going to leave that there. I think that's all I want to do when it comes to that, because this feels very much behind the scenes, something that has not been relayed to the public and the audience, and that's we're going to keep that. We're going to keep what she wants to keep private. So we'll leave it there. And then I want to also look at just her fitness journey, and how that's going to be going out, because I know how that's going for her, and I know that's a big part of her channel right now. And she's doing, I think she's sponsored by a thing I think called Pilot, which is a personal trainer app, potentially. I'm not 100% certain. So she's like really getting into fitness, and I think she's trying to lose weight, and I believe she was doing like a keto protein, high protein sort of diet sort of thing. So we'll kind of just look at her fitness journey here. We'll get some cards for her. That was 2. Oh my goodness. We just have things flying out today. So for her and her fitness journey, we have the King of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So this is I actually really like this for her when it comes to her fitness journey. So Queen of Pentacles is someone who's really taking consistent steps to really go into her fitness journey. It's consistent, it's very grounded. I think she has some pretty good baseline rules for her going forward, that she's like, there's structure, like she's feeling at home, like things are starting to kind of, the pieces are there for her to bump against when things get rocky. And she has a good network that's going to keep it consistent. So yeah, in total, I think what she has kind of put together for herself for her fitness journey, like, it's there, it's good to go. Just keep doing it. The challenge here, I think, is the King of Wands, so inconsistencies. And it's almost like I'm really into it, then I'm not into it. I'm into it, and then I'm not into it. It feels it swings from day to day on, like, energy levels of, oh, I don't have the energy to do it today. And then, like, that's the challenge that she's having, is that it's like, I feel like shit today. I don't want to get up and do this. You know what? I don't think I want to. I'm not going to. And that's the challenge that she's running into. It's that she's really good some days, and then she's really off on other days. And that's just a cycle, I think, that that's the challenge that she's pushing through. Where it's like, the advice I would give here, it's not even advice, but something that I said, I think, in my Amber video. I'll link something up here if I remember to put the card. So for Anna here, it's really about, if you keep doing multiple things, if you keep starting multiple things, you've put a ton of time, energy into it, into different things. But if you put all that time and energy into doing one thing consistently, when it comes to your health journey, you will see so much progress, because you aren't putting your time and energy into multiple different things. So that's, like, the big words of advice I have there. It's like, and then here with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, keep doing your thing, work consistently, so Four of Pentacles in traditional tarot is all about hoarding your resources and kind of, like, bringing them all in. In this deck, for me, the Four of Pentacles is all about consistent, hard work. So staying consistent, doing the work. Essentially just keep doing what you're doing, even if it's baby steps. You are still doing the damn thing. So that's the advice I really have for her when it comes to this fitness journey. It's like, I think she has everything. She is so ready to go, and everything is there for her to do it, and she can do it. Like, honestly, if she would stay consistent, I see 100-pound weight loss for her in like a year. Not even. Like, she stays consistent. Like, I see it in my mind. She like, it's like over 100 pounds are just gone, and I think she doesn't know what. It's been a long time since she's felt that, but going back to this original energy up here is that she struggles because I think she fights herself in her own mind so much that it's so hard to, when you're fighting yourself, and then now you're an online influencer, so now you gotta fight other people, or like you're trying to defend yourself from other people, it's really hard to kind of keep your fitness stuff consistent, because now it's like, I have to fight myself, I have to fight my mind, I have to fight my body, I have to fight or defend myself online, I have to defend myself in my personal life, I have to fight here, I have to fight there, and I'm like, honey, don't think of it as a fight. Don't think of it as it's you against the world. It's you with. If you can't be okay with the deeper, dark, ucky parts of yourself, there are so many intuitive people who will see that, and they're the ones who are going to attack that part of you, and they're going to be the ones who are going to ignore the heck out of you. And not care. So what would you like to do? And I think for you, it's really, I know I'm saying you, for Anna, I'm sorry. But for Anna, it really does feel like, girl, you're fighting, it feels like you're fighting in almost every aspect of your life. How about you get some therapy, please? Or I think, I shouldn't say functional therapy, please. And learn how to not fight with one aspect of yourself or one aspect in your life. And then once you're not fighting there, it feels like, wait, this is amazing. How can I not fight the other parts of my life too? And that leads to, I think, one, not just you feeling better about yourself mentally and emotionally, but I think you will also start feeling so much better physically. And like your self-worth, your confidence, like it all will go up. And it's not a projection, it is a true sense of self that is going out. It's not a mask, that is purely you. So, okay, I know I've said you, I feel like I've been talking to Anna. So with that, I know this is a general reading, she probably won't ever see this, however, I do want to pull just a few, like, I want to pull an advice card from the Fairy Oracle deck. I will be pulling, I'm going to have it go off here on, like, I'm going to have it hopefully go here, and then I'm going to make sure that it doesn't have any stuff that isn't allowed to be seen on YouTube on it, and then if it is, otherwise I'm going to try and find a way to, okay, we are good, so... Okay, so who we have here is, I'm going to actually put it up right. It's really, really weird writing. So we have Taom the Poet, and he came out reversed. So for her, I think the big thing that the fairies want to say is watch what you're saying, whether it be written, whether it be spoken. I think there are going to be challenges with you being in your bitchy energy because you feel like you're fighting yourself and everyone else, or some people will say defending, and it's going to come, I think, to bite you in the ass, or it's going to come to bite her in the ass, essentially. And that's putting it very, very bluntly. And I don't, yeah. So with that, if you liked that, please like the video. I would love to see some more likes. Otherwise, if you have any other suggestions for readings that you would like to see, this was a reader suggested or a viewer suggested reading. I would love to see them down below in the comment section. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, if you could leave me a note card or like a journal emoji, I would love to, you can leave that down below. And otherwise, if you liked what you see here and wanted to see other types of videos, you please hit the subscribe button. I have other videos that I've done on other YouTubers, people in pop culture, and even true crime, and some picker cards. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!